Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the recap videos. This is round 6 of the candidates. We are halfway through, so we have got now a fairly good idea about what this tournament is all about, at least so far, but it's rather unlikely that it's going to change. And what we can conclude in so far is that Nepo seems to be cruising towards what seems like a second chance for a challenge, but do not forget that Fabiano Caruana is also very close to the top end of the business. On the other side of events, we have to take note of the fact that I think Alireza Firouzja is struggling with the expectation on his shoulders, weighing down on him too hard, and for the time being it seems that he absolutely failed to deliver. And I don't know if it was Magnus Carlsen's bold statement that he would only defend his title against him, or maybe the tournament is too tough. Maybe it was the 6 months absence from competitive chess. Either case, definitely insofar this tournament has been about Nepo and Fabi, although I must add that both Hikaru and Rapport are playing very entertaining games as well. Now, for today on the menu is the Nepo Duda match, which was full of surprises for me right off the bat. Knight f3. I would like to make a face like, but I'm not Nepo trained like he is. Like he's only Mr. Bean can make better faces than Nepo, and Knight f3 definitely was a surprise to me. And then entering the Reiti was a very interesting and, in hindsight, very clever choice, because I'm pretty sure that Duda expected e4, and so stirring the game towards an opening that is very unassuming and appearing to be rather unambitious can put you in a very false sense of security too easily, and I think that Duda may have fallen victim of that. Now, we are in this weird Reiti structure where white plays knight e5. I don't really understand these structures too well. Never in my life did I play with either color. But what I can tell you here is that this awkward move recommended by the engine knight e4 does appear to make a lot of sense before committing to this take. It's a nice centralizing move, and now after g4 bishop back, after g4 instead of bishop back, you actually can insert take now. And if we take, then the two knights are pretty well placed and doing a rather good job. Whereas if I take here after bishop g6 knight d2, we can just take, and although it looks like it's similar to the game, black here has the extra option of biting into the position with h5 because he hasn't castled yet. The other interesting variation to note that if I get too gung-ho with my attacking ideas, then bishop c5 check, e3 and f5 allows black to establish a very firm position. The knight on e4 is a total beast, and these guys are yet to enter the fray. Great position for black. Duda instead took on e5, and things took a very sharp turn from here on out. Look, knight e4, knight d2, tac, and all white wants to do now is to establish a kingside bind by means of f4, g4, f5. And according to the engine, at various points it achieves nothing, and at other points it basically wins the game outright. And there is an extremely fine line between those two. It appears to me that white's position is super easy to play. Super easy, exactly because of what I just told you is a remarkably annoying plan, and it's very easy to play for. Alright, king h2, plan f4, e5 is not hanging because rook c5, and let's just go. And that's it. And the engine claims that this is dead even. In fact, up to here, we had games for this position, which, by the way, is a testament to how amazingly well prepared these guys are. I mean, Duda couldn't have known that this was coming, and he's definitely taken by surprise. But look at Nepo, 140 on the clock. Holy cow, that is just insane. And h6 was the first new move. f5 was played in the Svidler Karyakin game, and according to the engine, it's a really bad one. This is the move that I tried to play against the engine as well. And even the explanation or the engine's choice is really weird. They play queen c2, which looks like walking right into this. But turns out that after bishop b6, white has got many very good moves. Queen b3 being one of them, and according to the machine, this is still a very pleasant position for white. To me, it's not that clear, because now I feel a little bit planless with the white pieces, but the engine claims a solid +1, which is notable and noticeable advantage. So yeah, later on he plans to do g5, bishop here, pawn up shenanigans, and the more I leave it on, the more the engine likes it for white, by the way. Fascinating stuff. Anyway, he played h6, which is better according to the engine. Queen e1, rook e8, queen g3, and here bishop h7. This prophylactic withdrawal was still very good. Very good. So now if I play f5, queen e5 is hanging with a potential queen trade. So we go h4. And at this point, I think everyone had to think like, is Nepo going to score another victory along the h-file? Looks like that, because that's what he did against Dingliren. And tada! Here we go, g5, proposing the idea of opening up the position on the king side. And here, the absolutely shocking king h8 would have saved the day, or would have kept black in the contest. Quite an amazing idea, really. If I play gh, they just take back with gh, and now rook g8 is good to come, and the rook will stand really well on the g file. If I play f5, which is quite powerful, because if queen d4, bishop f4 is available, there comes bishop d4. A remarkable idea. And if f6 takes, and again, after queen takes, black is just completely winning, because I will be able to negate all the threats on rook g8, and note that there is no mate here because it's pinned. Really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. But Duda here crumbled under the pressure, took on g5, and from here on out, this is now carnage. The h-file operation can't really be stopped, and this is going to lead to imminent disaster. Bishop b4, take, f5. Very pressing. Man, this is on. You do not want to be black in this position. And what's worse than being black here is to be black against Nepo, who is definitely an attacking mastermind. Now here, speaking of attacking mastermind, Nepo played e6. And instead, the superb rook c3 was much better, with the idea of shutting down the diagonal. The idea is beautifully demonstrated by this move, d4, e6. Wow! And if queen takes, then ef check, takes queen c7. And if the king goes back, there comes f6. And it turns out that the mate on g7 is unstoppable. Absolutely insane stuff. Beautiful attack. So the best move is here to play rook e7. When after queen takes d8, the attack rages on, and white has restored the material, at least as far as the rook is concerned, +6 according to the engine. Mighty amazing stuff. That being said, Nepo's choice was also very good. e6, e6 here, fe, and here rook b1 would have actually been a slightly more accurate version of what he accomplished, which was g6, and basically with the bishop dropping on h7, there is not a lot of hope left. The problem is that materially it's okay, because black has got exactly 47 pawns, right? So that's okay. The problem is that the black king remains very exposed to the black, to the white pieces. So now all the white pieces are flooding in. Look at this, rook in. And now already g7 is hurting, and now rook f5. And all of a sudden, all the white major pieces are dominating the field. Queen check, king back, rook here, and rook bf7. A clever addition. Now the plan is bishop around, and then mate. Pretty neat. Rook check, bishop f1, d4. And now switch off plans. Let's hunt down the g7 pawn and win the game without any dramas whatsoever. Queen d6, queen f2. Here, according to the extremely cruel engine, queen g4 was mate in 14. Queen f2, queen a3, and now after rook g3, white is going to break through. So now we denied the queen e3 trade idea, hence not rook f5. And once the queen trades are off, now we can go in for the kill with rook g7, and the subsequent check, check, and mate can't be stopped. And so black resigned. So once again, this is where we are after 6 rounds. Nepo is in the lead. Quite frankly, I don't see him being caught by anyone else other than Fabiano. So it's going to be very curious to see how the last 6 round plays out. But that being said, their advantage is not that large. That half-point lead is not the end of the world. So I am still hoping that the candidates will continue to deliver extremely fun chess like it has been for the first 6 rounds, and we will be entertained for another week with awesome high quality chess. Please don't forget to sub, to like, to super like, to comment, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.